First of all, we are really proud at Prosys once again to be sponsor of this event. Like I think every time it's been possible since from the beginning. I try to be a little bit faster than 20 minutes, just to that we will little bit be able to catch up the schedule. But I start anyway from small introductions about, first of all, about me. So I'm CEO at the Prosys OPC, so basically charge of our operation of our small company. Also, we have probably a little bit heard about the Prosys Forge, so that was at least an idea basis. My idea in the beginning that we should do something like that. My background is in computer science, so I have a master degree from the university 1 kilometer away. Now it's called Aalto University. Back then it was Helsinki University of Technology, and I have spent most of my career actually coding and creating integrations between IT and OT systems. So although nowadays I consider myself almost like a sales guy, so the engineering background is still quite heavy. If it just for those that doesn't know what kind of company Prosys OPC is, so we have been founded in 1995 by our founder, probably at that point, or he was the only employee at that point, and it was more like a side project. Then later on, more people joined there. I joined 1997 as a summer trainee, and so my whole career is been on the Prosys OPC. Right now, what we consider that we are, so we are definitely, okay, seems like it's slightly different, the resolution than on my own computer, but we are OPC UA experts. And while we are that, and we have been working on this domain quite a while, we consider ourselves also experts of the IT-OT integration and actually industrial security. Because I don't think that these things can be actually separated. When you do the integration, you have to take care of the security as well. And of course, the OPCU is a great base for that. We are active member of a few alliance in society, and especially in OPC Foundation. And although located here in Espoo, Finland, our customer base is really global. So we work on this OPC UA niche, which is used by factories all over the world, and they all need our products. Well, then I'm not able to explain the benefits of the data harmonization without explaining my vision, how things should work from my perspective. I mean, I've been struggling the 20 years with doing the integrations and wondering why is this always so hard. So my vision is kind of that. Let's say we have a setup where we have now one production line, and then we have some edge application, which this case would be our Forge, but there you can of course use any edge application, but it's important to have an edge application. And the data flow goes from the production line to MES the integration being done. But how about when you add a new system? So how onboarding a new system actually, how easy it should be. So in my vision, it should be so easy that it just connects to the edge and kind of registers itself. tells that, hey, I am here, this is my capabilities. Actually, the MES system will, at the same time, receive all this information as well. It will add like the new production line of some kind of list of resources that I have available. After the connect, the system will just tell that, hey, I'm by the way idle, waiting for the next production order. And the MES system would send the production order, while it knows which kind of capabilities this production line has and what kind of order it can complete. So this is how easy it should be. Further, we want to onboard like a new IT system. That should be even easier, because the only thing it should do is that to connect to the edge and browse like all the systems that are available like on this aggregating server, and find topics, nodes, or whatever it uses like to find the interesting values like or no variables from the production lines like it want to subscribe to. And once it has done the browse and subscribe to everything necessary, then it will just start getting the data and auto-configure itself. And to achieve this vision that I have, the main thing is to use standards. So because without standards, this is not possible. And in my world, the only standards available to achieve something like that is to use OPC UA as extensively as possible. And of course, the topic here is also the data harmonization, because it's not enough to use OPC UA. You just need to have standard payload as well. So we have now discussed a lot about the OPC UA information model. So I will like speed up the things and go this very quickly. But the important thing to notice is that there is two types of information models: the companion specification and then the company specific standards that are kind of like standard information models as well, as they anyway are used like company widely. So one connector for such information model, you write it once and it will work for all machines or devices of the same type. When we start converting the brownfield to these information models, we of course need the model transformation, and like either way you use the companion specification or the custom ones, and fortunately there is now available products for this model transformation. Some very basic, like this is like just to understand what are the companion specifications. I think these were almost mentioned earlier today, but like I use these as an example because first of all, they are so small that they fit on the screen, and second, that I actually think that even if we would, these two, or even let's say if the vendor nameplate would be implemented by every single OPC UA server, or actually every single machine or device that exists, it would already unlock like huge possibilities. While going back to my vision, we could have like an asset management system that would auto-configure itself. It would just connect the OPC UA server, it would know where it finds this information for every asset and could create the asset registry totally automatically, also keeping it up to date. And if we would have like the self-diagnostics as well, then it would mean that like the condition monitoring could be also done the auto-configurating way. So here is like a more practical example of here is a mixer that is having like the both information models and how it actually would look like and how you probably could create like a type deriving from the companion specification. So, how this actually works? How you will have like a lot of brownfield and you need a translator and it's never actually like one-to-one like the mappings either. So how we build these systems like that, we convert the brownfield to standard models is that like we connect the brownfield OPC UA server or the other industrial protocol that we support. We read in the data, we bring like, in this case, let's say the PackML model, and then we do a lot of kind of operations there, and then it starts to look like the packaging machine. Of course, when you buy the new machines or the end user buys the new machines, it doesn't make sense anymore to do this. So it would better to have like them supporting the PackML out of the box. What are the most common challenges then when we do this translation? Well, the engineering units, they are varying, definitely. But you can, like, by offsetting and scaling, like it's possible to convert the different engineering units to the ones that is preferred by your model. Sometimes, like there is the production line might have like from different type of products, quite very or branches that not a single counter counts every product produced piece, so you need to sum them together. Or there might be like different type of packages and the counter is just calculating the packages. So by getting somewhere like from the recipe, how many actual pieces in the package you can then probably buy, or you can by multiplying get the actual produced count. Sometimes there is no counters at all, so the I/O signals has to be converted to counter. The events and methods in the OPC UA information model can be missing, so then you need to do a little bit more business logic, but doable still. The most hardest thing is that you don't have the data at all available. Luckily, typically there is a reason that this data is not available at all, because you can use a static value instead. But if that's not possible, well, then it's harder. Our tool to do all this magic, converting the brownfields to modern Industry 4.0 OPC UA information modeling and auto-configurating system, hopefully like in future, is our product Prosys OPC UA Forge. It's an edge application, so we recommend you install it between your OT and IT. And actually you put like a firewall on top of it and below it, so that no connections from IT is allowed to the OT, and so both OT and IT can only connect to the Forge and the edge level applications. We have like an OPC UA server as a core, so a little bit, let's say, differentiating to some of our competitors providing the edge products. Our kind of approach is such that all data is first brought to an OPC UA server, where you can load your own information models or companion specification, do the harmonization, and then it's available for everyone who is, well, granted the access. And you can also further provide the data using MQTT OPC UA PubSub or of course standard OPC UA or even REST. The product can be run in Windows, Linux, or in container, and has kind of like an open API, REST API as well. So actually, you can do the configuration without using the user interface. Quite handy if you want to create, let's say, pipelines for the deployments. So, okay, so we have all kind of customers already for the products, and here are some real-world use cases, but I will skip them as to save time. But this is, of course, our, let's say, OPC UA since 2010 reference customer. Valio, like a Finnish dairy company, we have worked a lot during the years, and they are also so quite happy users of Forge, and their setup is exactly such as I described, having like a firewall on top of it and below it, and they take they use the role-based access control. They even like at least POC the AD like authentication, and basically like all data from their OT to MES flows through the Forge. Okay, thank you. Any questions?